Hello Freedom Builders and welcome back to the channel. Today I was planning to make a stock of the week video and I am gonna make that one, but first I'm gonna make another video about Virgin Galactic, or the SPCE stock that has gone completely mad in the stock market the last days here. It's only a couple of days since I made a video about the stock, and I've got some pretty spicy comments from some of you. And it suggests that some of you actually didn't listen to what I said. So I need to make a statement here so that you're sure of what I'm saying about the stock. Alright, first of all, let's have a look at the stock itself. The stock has gone up completely madly here the latest couple of months here, from the bottom in November and up till the max yesterday. We were up 525%, and that is great. I really like people making money in the stock market, but what I said in my video the other day was that the Virgin Galactic simply had no fundamentals that supported this kind of price. And the comments I got on my video, as I said, I was a bit critical, and they always are when you comment on a stock like Virgin Galactic, like Tesla, or one of the stocks that is really going upwards with hundreds of percent per month, because it is kind of starting a religious discussion. It is a bit like going into the Vatican State's Facebook page and write to them that there is no God or something like that. And that is kind of the feeling I often get when I do a video about one of these beloved stocks that everybody is pouring their money into, especially when I say that there's not really any fundamental value in here. But that doesn't mean that you can't make money from it, and I actually said that in the video the other day. I said that it was possible and that I hoped some of you were making a killing in this stock. What I said was that I was not going to get in because it was not a part of my strategy. Because when we see movements like this, and let's just spread this one a bit out here on the daily chart, you can see we have a very good day here. The price went up on the Valentine's Day here in February with 21%. Great. The next day it gapped up to above 32. And it was actually up at 38 something, and then it went down and ended lower. Then the next day it gapped up again, went down, went up, really volatile. Just within one day we had a price range of 15-16% here. And yesterday it was even crazier, because it gapped up a bit, was higher, was way lower, and ended just in almost no movement at all. But the intraday movement was 28% or something like that. And that is pure heaven for a good day trader. What I did say the other day was that I could simply not see that their projections, their estimates of making maybe $275 million in 2023, that would any justification for a price like this. And when we see who is pouring into this stock right now, we can see that there are mainly two types of investors or traders. There are the retail traders, and this is not to insult you, but this is what in the industry is called dumb money. And it's not to call you dumb, because I'm also a part of the dumb money. Dumb money means that we are the least informed, meaning that when big news are coming or some rumors are slipping out, we are not the first to know it. So we are the dumb money. We are the ones that are trading without having all the knowledge. So what we could see here is that we have the retail traders, that is us, and then we have a lot of the so-called momentum ETFs that is running towards Virgin Galactic right now. And a momentum ETF is you probably know the ETF, an exchange traded fund, but it is an ETF that is built around the momentum principles, which I like and I use in my normal trading strategy. And that is to pick stocks that are moving fast. So they would be picking Virgin Galactic solely because it's going up. And that can be fine enough. But at some point, when it takes some days off or weeks off and just to breathe a bit, then it starts to pop out on the screens of the ETFs like as a stock that has lost its momentum. And that in itself can actually trigger a lot of selling. So what came to today or yesterday was, sorry about the noise here, on the CNBC here, we can see that from Morgan Stanley, the analyst there, saying that Virgin Galactic is overdue for a correction. Morgan Stanley says after its 310% rally in 3 months. All right. So what they're actually saying, I'll link to the piece here below, then you can read all of it yourself. But they're saying that $40 is simply not a realistic price for the Virgin Galactic. And guys, these are the analysts that are analyzing this stuff all day long. They are not dumb money. They are not retail traders. They're actually the guys that are digging in and trying to figure out what is going on in the company. Not that they are always right, not at all. But we need to listen to what they have to say. And they like the idea of space tourism and so on, but they can also see that Virgin Galactic has become Wall Street's favorite speculative play. So this is a speculative play. This is not a fundamental sound case. And what they're saying is that they could see that right now the stock is trading 70% above its their price target at 22. But there's still an upside, and that's important to remember as well. There's still an upside of around 60% to their what they call their $60 bull case. And that means that they have a model saying that the price could actually go up from here to $60 in an extreme hype bull case. So that is another 60% up to the $60 mark. So it is not impossible for it to get up there, but what they're saying is that it is not due to good value. We have a little ad here making a lot of noise. There are some analysts in here saying actually also the guys from the analysis house that have I think they have a price mark at 7,000 or something like that on Tesla. So these are actually the guys that people are listening to when it comes to Tesla and saying, yeah, listen to the analysts. They're saying $7,000, something like that. I think they're called ARK Invest or something like that. And these same guys are saying that they're not believing in the Virgin Galactic stock at the current level. So why not? Well, what they're saying is actually exactly what I said in my video the other day. And that is, for the price to be justified at this price level, we needed to see some real development in hypersonic long-distance travel capabilities, as they're calling it. That is the thing I mentioned in my video, where they're using their knowledge from these space travels and putting them into commercial airlines so that you can travel all over the world in about 2 hours. Now, when that becomes a reality, I could see this price absolutely go almost practically to the moon. But as I said here, that's not within before a decade or so. So you have to wait 10 years for that. And right now the stock, it has gone up since I made the video. So it is now at a market cap around $6-7 billion. And that is with the expectation of making less than $300 million in 3 years. So right now, the price is simply absolutely absurd. But that doesn't mean you cannot make money. And as I wrote, many of you that commented and said that I didn't really know what I was talking about. Well, I have a fair idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to valuation and hypes and bubbles. I have been in the game since 1987, so I have seen my fair share of bubbles. And some of your comments said something like, yeah, well, what you haven't seen, Hans, is that this is the technology of the future, and that is why it should cost $40. Well, I hate to break this to you guys. Let me just find a ticker symbol called DDD. That is a 3D printing company. And back in after the financial crisis, it became, people thought at least, obvious that 3D printing was the thing of the future. And we had almost like the tech bubble. We had companies that were planning on flying some 3D printers to the moon and to Mars, and they would simply print an entire space base up in space. And we had all sorts of companies that were planning on printing everything. So 3D printing was the thing of the future. And I love 3D printing, and I think it is the thing of the future. But from May 10 here and forward, and I should say that I was actually in some of these runs, even though there was not really any fundamentals sound stuff behind them. But from the bottom and to the top here, it went up 3,000% or more. And then of course it dropped down from the price tag of around 100 and back again towards 6 or 7. And it was a great run for those of us that made some of the money on it. But we should also remember that some people actually bought right here. And they are still here after 6 years. They are still down 86%. So all I'm saying here, guys, is that of course you can make money on the Virgin Galactic stock. But you can also lose them. And it is a bubble. It is hype right now. And it has nothing to do with fair value. So those of you writing me that you were making $1,000 yesterday and $10,000 yesterday, congratulations. I think it's great. I really hope for you that you don't lose your money. But at some point it will turn around and get to a more decent price level. And then some of you out there will be stuck with the price that you have paid way too much for. So what I'm urging you when you are trading this stock is that you simply manage your risk, that you don't put all your money into it. In my opinion, I do love this old quote saying that investing should be just about as exciting as to look at paint drying, and that is my approach to it. But if you like these volatile day trade plays, don't put all your money into it. Don't take out a second mortgage and put all the money in planning to retire to your own private island in a month or so, because it is so extremely rare that something like that happens. So do it with small amounts. I know that you'll make less, but do it with small amounts and make this your day-to-day entertainment fun. Instead of looking at television or something, you can look at some stock charts and maybe make $100 or lose $500 or whatever. But please do not over leverage just because you're thinking that this is going to $1,000 or $2,000. It might, but the probability is a bit against it. That's all for now, guys. It's not to be some sort of party killer, and as I said, I really do hope that you're making a lot of money on it. I am not, because I'm not in the stock, so that kind of is a natural part there. But take good care of your money out there, and I'll talk to you soon. I will make a stock of the week video later today, and that will be a bit more slowly moving stock, but something with a bit more maybe long-term value in it. That's all for now. If you haven't done already, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like notification and all sorts of stuff there. I know that a lot of you are doing it out there, and I can see that the channel is growing fairly quickly actually. 10, 20, 30 new subscribers each and every day. That is amazing. Thank you to all of you, and welcome to those of you that are new. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.